cannot believe that I sat down to talk for almost 40 minutes, forgot to press my record button. All this while just talking into thin air. Guys, can you imagine? How well. Hi guys, it's your girl Hectoria and I'm back again with another educative video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by again. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section down below and also share this video. In today's video, I'll be talking to you about personal statements, how to write personal statements for grad school application. Let's get right into the video. So as I said, in today's video, I'll be talking about personal statements. What is even a personal statement in the first place? So any essay that you write to a prospective grad school, telling them about yourself, about your achievements, and why you are the best candidate for the program, or for the best candidate for the scholarship that you are applying for. So in this case, your personal statement could either be for a scholarship application or for, like, in general, grad school application. Before writing your personal statement, make sure that you know the focus of what you're applying for. Make sure you know the focus of the course or the school that you're applying for, because every course would have its focus. If you don't know that focus, you end up writing your essay wobbling around and not writing specific stuff that is related to the course. So make sure that you know the background or the focus of the course that you're applying for, so that you tailor your essay or your personal statement according to that. So now let's look at the structure of your personal statement. Just like any other essay, it's supposed to have an introduction, the body, and then the conclusion. An introduction, the body, and the conclusion. What goes into your introduction? You always try to make your introductions very catchy. It's just like writing any other essay. You wouldn't want to start like on a very boring note to bore the person that is reading. Grad school, the people that are reading the essays have like a lot of essays, a lot of applicants to review. So if you already start and you're very boring, the person might not even finish reading your essay, and you just get like their rejection email. To try and make it interesting. How do you make your essay very interesting? I get there's a lot. People that reach out to me go like they don't know how to start their personal statement. I'm like, just start. Just try and jot down things that come to your mind, your aspirations. Why do you even want to do that course in the first place? And then draft a storyline with regards to that. So almost all my applications that like sail through for funding or for grad school in general, I was talking about my personal experience, how I grew up. So because I was applying for nutrition related programs, if you know me, you know like the food allergies that I have. So I basically talk about my allergic reactions that has sparked my interest in nutrition, which informed my studies, like my undergrad studies, and now I want to gain extensive knowledge. I've also written essays talking about my grandma, living with my grandma that had like diabetes, and using nutrition to manage the diabetes. So depending on that course, you try and draft your story around it. I hope I'm making sense. So as I said, try and tell a story with your essay, like making sure your inspiration is actually covered in that story, your inspiration for that program. The fact that I'm saying that tell a story doesn't mean that you are now going to share your life story like in long paragraphs and in long sentences, because sometimes the school might tell you just write like one paper, like one sheet, one A4 sheet, or they give you like number of words to write. So you just need to take that into consideration. Try not to exaggerate, try not to use a lot of cliches. Like I've always wanted to be maybe a doctor since I was 6, or you know, all that kind of stuff. After telling a very interesting story with your essay, talking about your inspiration and all that, now you move on to like your body of the essay itself. You talk about relevant experiences. So first you could talk about your undergrad degree, like your what you graduated with, your courses. Don't mention every single course that you have studied. It's in your transcript. So you don't need to mention all those courses. You could just touch on major courses that are like related to the program. So probably I graduated with a first class or second class upper, which puts me in the top 10 of my class. I read courses such as this and this and this and that, which has sparked my interest in nutrition. Don't just like mention your experience or the stuff that you have done like that. Try and make it related, try and connect it with the course. So now, even if some people say they don't have like relevant work experience which related to the course that they they are going to study or they are applying for. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want to take something that's not really related to probably academic work. So let's say you were in school, you were playing chess, or you've been playing like a musical instrument in school. You can talk about the chess that you have played. So you don't just say I play chess for my school, or I was the captain of the chess what was for my school. You could just say that I have developed my problem solving skills through playing chess for my school. You know, that kind of stuff. Or maybe we're playing a musical instrument which is not like related to that. Don't just come and state it because it's not related. But you can write it this way. Maybe you have learned to work as a team with people because you played this and this and that. And you know, when you're playing musical instruments and you don't work as a team, whatever music you are producing will not come out as right as it should be. So even though you don't really have like relevant work experience, but you're writing it in a way to show your skills, whether leadership skills, whether team playing skills, you know. So the point of this essay is trying to make the decision team, aware or convince them that you are the right fit for that program. They shouldn't give you a rejection email. They should give you, or they should accept you into that program. So don't just list your experiences like that. Okay, I served as the president for this, and so what are they supposed to do with that kind of information? You understand? So maybe I built the spirit of resilience through doing this and that and that and that. In that sense, you are telling them about your skills and then telling them about your experience as well. So in this same body, you're going to talk about what the course will do for you. What would the course do for you? That is where you're supposed to do a lot of research. I said earlier that do a lot of research. Try and even mention the focus of that course in your personal statement. It's going to make them know that you have done your research. So here you'll be talking about your aspirations, what you want to be in future, and then convince them that that program is in line or is in tune with your future aspiration, is in tune with what you want to be. So if you want to be in academia, this program best fits for you. Do your research. Do research about the school as well. Some schools have won awards. When I was writing my personal statement, my school that I was in had won University of the Year for the North Educate Awards. I mentioned it. I spoke about it. I spoke about facilities in the school. Spoke about the expertise in the faculty I was applying to, or like the departments I'm applying to. So do that kind of research and then try and include that in it. And try not to sound really selfish that it's just because you want to gain knowledge from that school. Talk about you making the world a better place as well, not just like for self-fulfillment. Not for self-fulfillment alone, but try and then tailor it according to you making the world a better place. So if you're applying for a scholarship, let's say, the end goal of the scholarship should be part of your aspirations. I hope I'm making sense. Also, make sure you don't mention things that you don't know. I was talking about the focus of the focus of the program earlier. So for example, I applied to the school last year, University of Glasgow. I got in, but I didn't go. I applied to food security. I have a background in nutrition and health. So because I'm applying to food security, totally I assume that okay, the course they're going to read is like nutrition, and all that. Not knowing that the focus of that program is actually food policy management, public health management, all that kind of stuff. Even though you read like nutrition related courses, it is less. So if I'm writing and I'm talking about nutrition, health, I've lost the focus. And it will clearly let them know that you are really not the right candidate for that program. If you read about the focus of that course and you realize that their focus is on like policy making or policy management, or healthcare policy management. I'll write about my aspirations in tune with that, in line with that, so that they know that you're the best candidates for that program. So basically, from the start, you introduce with like a really interesting story, coiling in your motivation for that program. You talk about relevant work experience, you talk about your grades, whatever that your academic achievements, all that kind of stuff. Talk about stuff that are related to the course, as I said. And then moving on, you talk about the school, talk about the department. Now moving on to the conclusion. One thing I have realized is a lot of people don't know how to actually conclude their personal statement. I was there, and I realized I'm not the only person. There are people like that. One simplest way that I use to end my essay is, I believe that an education from such institution will put me in a better position to, put me in a better position to make the world a better place, put me in a better position to achieve my dreams, my aspirations. Now that you know how to conclude your essay, I'm going to talk about one major thing. Make sure you do not copy. Make sure you do not copy. Make sure you do not lift an essay from one internet source and just like dab everything. Make your statement unique. Make it your story, because a lot of schools will run a plagiarism check on your essays, especially if it's a very competitive program or you're applying for a scholarship. So if they run a plagiarism check on it and already they are seeing that you are copying from the start, my dear, you are going to get served. People ask me for samples. It's good, it's perfectly fine to get a sample and tailor your essay according to like the structure, but do not copy word for word, because a lot of schools, almost like all the schools, will run a plagiarism check on your essay. Imagine this, they run this plagiarism check and then they realize that you copied. My dear, you are going to get served the rejection email, and you'll be sad and you'll be wondering why, what's going on, forgetting that you copied someone's essay. So look through all these things. You can also give your essay to someone to proofread for you, like a professional to proofread for you. If you cannot do that, one thing I always do with my essays is that after typing, normally I type in Times New Roman, font size 12. I change the font, I change the size, because you are used to using that font, you are used to typing your stuff in that font style, your mind will automatically read the right things to you. So when you change the font style, you'll be able to identify all the mistakes in it. And do not write your essay the day before you submit your application. Start like writing it 2 weeks or even a month before your final submission, so that you will have enough time to read through, so that you would not rush, you would not just like write anything. A friend of mine says that personal statement is not Indomie that you just go and just cook anything and just put in there, or like you're just making a salad, just put anything there and just drop it there. Carefully plan your essay, carefully deliver your essay, because a personal statement is one of the major parts, or one of the major documents that they look at when they want to grant you admission, or when they want to offer you a scholarship. So bear in mind that, one, try and make the statement, try and make the essay unique. Yourself, tell your story, talk about your inspirations for the course, your future aspirations, your background, your experience, your degree. Talk about what the course is also going to do for you. So basically, this is what a personal statement entails. I hope you'll find this really helpful. Please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. If you found this really helpful, leave your comment in the comment section. Share this video to someone that might need it, and then I'll see you guys on another video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. Bye guys.